it's me, Wild Neptune, here bringing you another video about Epic 7. It is an update patch video, but it is so much more than that because huge bombs were dropped during the live stream, and I am here to sum it all up for you. So, before that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, follow me at Twitch at twitch.tv/WildNeptune. Here we go. So, we'll start with the patch update first, and just go down the list. So, Guild Wars, the season's starting, and these dates you see here. So, 2nd for Asia, Korea, 3rd for Europe and Global. It means that the multiplier you got in preseason, well, that's being reset again. So, RIP Mystics. Also, there's a new Guild Wars artifact. It is called War... Wait a minute. It was... Okay, on the live stream, it was clearly, Bugle, right? It was called Bugle and not Horn. Whatever. Okay, whatever. So, what it does, at its max level, it increases the attack of all allies by 10%, which is good. And, at the end of every 3 enemy turns, it increases combat minions of the caster by 20%. Only applies to one hero per team. It's good. This is one of those weird ones where I think this is something a knight would use that doesn't have to, like, wear Aureus or something like that, right? This kind of annoys me because it makes... I think this makes the knight compositions even stronger right now. I don't know. It's hard for me to pin, what units would wear this over other things. But it does seem like a knight, artifact. Here are the frames. So you got top, 3, 30, 100. Congratulations, you get, this. Also, they're making a slight change where you can now, look at histories of different towers and stuff like that in more detail, so that's nice. We knew about these battles updates for Soul and Elfelt. I have a video, not another video, but in the Guilty Gear, if you should pull video, I talked a little bit about it. So you should watch that if you have not already. But yes, there is going to be a triple banner. It's the Booba banner. And so as I said before, 120 each for copies of the heroes, and you get 1 coin per summon. And even if you pull the hero before the getting 120 coins, it doesn't reset anything. So you can get multiple heroes on your way to buying another hero. Also, I think in the video before, I said it was going to be 20 coins per soul, but now it's 10. So 50 copies, so 50 coins to get the 5 souls you need. Keep in mind, you do get a free soul during the login event for the collab. Now, would I buy these? Probably not. If you summon a ton and you have extras, sure. But I would probably not. Honestly. I'll also buy 1 copy of each artifact. 400 coins. I think Miss Confit is the most valuable. Torn Sleeve is nice to have, but like you don't really need it. But for certain stuff, you know, it's fine. And Necro Undine is a good artifact, but it's a mage artifact, so its competition is a little bit too high. Also, you can also buy Junkyard Dog, so you need to imprint it for 5 each, so 25 in total. This one is like a little bit harder to judge whether or not it's worth it or not. Right now, the only hero that really uses Junkyard Dog is Holiday Euphine, and only on the damage build, right? So the other artifact is Snow Crystal. It she uses a lot. If you do have Holiday Euphine though, right, and you want to use her, I would probably get all 5 of these. But, you know, that's just me. And then we have Portrait. So, you can buy copies of Portrait for 4 coins. Or, they do have a event where you can farm them using energy. So, honestly, let's say you have extra coins to use, and you bought everything else you want to buy. Just buy Portraits with the coins, instead of using the energy. But, you know, if you don't have to get it here, right? And speaking of the challenge, we have this here. It's basically a just a little battle event here where you can get Portrait, and they have a drop rate here. So easy 5%, normal 8%, hard 13%, and hell 20% chance. And energy costs are here as noted, right? So 8, 12, 20, 30. Also, in case you were wondering, it seems like there isn't going to be an actual side story, right? It's just the banner and the challenge event, right? Alright, this is a big thing. It is Super Maid Queen's Super Event. I like this picture. It's like, see like the blacksmith girl, right? Looking like all like upset about something. And you see like Chloe with the giant hammer. But also, oh wait, oh the link works now. Okay, we'll look at that in a second there. But also just a Ken banner. Nobody should pull on this. And we have a new hero, Canna. So, to unlock a connection, you have to clear stage 2-8 in episode 3. And quickly, here are her skills. So, her S1 hits 2 enemies, and it has speed scaling. Her S2 is a little bit interesting. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, okay. Her S2 is a little bit interesting. So, when her S3 is available, she gets an effectiveness buff. And when it's not available, she gets a speed and dual attack chance buff. Right? Her S3 is an AoE that dispels the buff, increases the speed of allies, and the caster's attack by 2 turns. She is a relatively accessible connection hero. Her requirements aren't that hard to meet to get her. Like, mid to end game players can probably get her in like a day without a lot of work. I don't think she's good. Like, they also announced that next week she will be a banner with a pretty good artifact, right? But I'll have a video about that later. There's too much stuff to go over right now. But first impressions is that she's not great. Oh, also, if you were wondering why on the other thing she was said Nana and not Kana, is that the story is that she wants people to call her Nana, but nobody will. So it's like a nickname she gave herself that nobody else calls her. That's what it is. Okay, they're changing expeditions. We talked about this a little bit before, but a little bit less points needed to get all the rewards. Also, everything will be now given 60 points no matter what level it is, and the entry cost is also going down by 2 each. On top of that, they are adding in mod gem selection chests for 8 different sets. They're also doing a thing too. It's not on here, but they're gonna lower. I don't know when it's happening exactly, but they are lowering the re-entry cost when you go in by half, rounded up. So on level 3, you go in once 18, have to go in again, it'll cost 9, and have to go in again, it'll cost 5. They didn't really say. I don't know how it works if you're the owner of the poster, right? But still, so like for level 1, the first time you go in, if it's not yours, be 14, then 7, then 4, right? It's half rounded up. Also, there's this weird thing here. So during Purgus, nothing's changing, but they're getting like, you know, I guess people were confused about his skill set. Like, nothing is changing about what he does, but there's gonna be a recall for him anyway. So if you're one of, like, you know, the few people who have a green Purgus built, here you go. Right. Also, coin shop. So normal coins below are in haste. Galaxy George Corvus. Inventory expansion for your hoarders and whales there. Also, there's a dummy here now. So like, it took me a long time to like realize what was different here, but there's a dummy behind you, so you can like buff it up and stuff. Alright, but there's still more stuff. here. There's like a lot of stuff. It's hard to like find it all though. Events should be here. Okay. So there is gonna be a okay, there we go. A buff event and free unequip. So hunt, AP, Spirit Altars, and all of them. Also Burning Passion packs. So good stuff there. There's also gonna be a check-in event, which is going to be on day 2. You get the copy of Soul and Nectar Dog. You also get some molas, you know, a Pfizer Hero ticket, all that good stuff. Also, on April Fool's Day, you get 10 free summons. So only on this one day. I don't know why it's only on this day, but you know it is. Remember, don't hit X10. You have to do 10 1Xs. Okay. The other big thing here, we talked about a little bit before, but it's Super May Queen Super Event, which is a special crafting event. And the way this breaks down is that during the event, you can spend energy to get equipment crafting points, and you use these points to craft your gear, right? So you can choose the set, the part, the main stat, and you can also re-roll the subs, right? The subs are randomly generated, but you can re-roll them as many times as you want to for 50 points. The event is open until the end of next month, right? So you have you actually have a little bit less than a month, I think, but about a month to find a piece of gear you really want. Remember, you can only do this one time per an account, right? So make it count. So you can probably get a really, really, really good piece of gear, right? Don't be like this doofus who picks something with like, you know, flat health, ER, crit chance, crit damage, right? Nobody's gonna use this, okay? So like, don't craft something like this. Craft something good. I would recommend crafting a piece of gear on the right side, either a necklace or a ring. The reason why those two is because they cost more to make than boots, right? I think most people are going to do rings. I also recommend doing either speed or immunity sets. Honestly, I actually think most players should probably do immunity. It just depends, right? But that's just my recommendation. The other big thing was that there was an announcement for the new MO5 star coming out in a couple of weeks. So it's Solitaria, which we will look at right now. Actually, all right, here she is. Right, here she is. Also, oops. I wanna say she has like a. I thought this like herself, like a pendant of herself on her boob, but I think it's like the other person who kind of looks like her. in the lore. But I'll have a more detailed video about this, I think, maybe later. But here are her stats. She's a light mage. She has an effectiveness self-imprint, health release. So she is going to probably be a debuffer. She has, you know, mage stats, relatively fast speed for the class. Right? You know, like, air health. I think these are... Like, she has, you know, decent defense. Okay. Put her skills. Her S2. I want to go home. Decreases the amount of focus gained by the enemy by 100%. When the caster is buffed at the start of the turn, has a chance to grant Daydream for 1 turn. Okay, so when attacking, so what Daydream is, it's a buff. When attacking, inflicts a random debuff on the target. So, decrease attack, decrease hit chance, decrease speed, cannot buff. So, remember, focus is not fighting spirit. I believe the units that have focus are, SSB, Remnant Violet, Amaru, Arbiter Mildred. There might be more, but those are the big ones I'm thinking of. And oh, whatever. You can see it in action here. So let's Oh, dude, they don't even show the skill. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, anyway, the skill 3. It decreases buff duration by a turn, and also stuns, and decreases CR by 30%. Also gives itself for 2 turns. So that's pretty good. It is a stun. And it's on a relatively short cooldown, 3 turns after the Mola. So we can look at her
발산시킵니다. 소울 20개 사용 시 자신에게 적용된 황, 별빛 낙하의 강화가를 1턴 연장하고 추가 턴이 발생합니다. 1스킬.
Alright, her skill 1 is an AoE stun. The same chance as Dizzy to stun at 25%, but it only AoEs on her turn. So not quite as good as Dizzy's, but still pretty good.
확률로 공격으로 변경됩니다. 변경된 공격은 협공이 발생하지 않습니다. 운명적인 만남을 기다리는 얼음성의 주인 설국의 솔리타리아는 4월 15일부터 신비 소환으로 만나실 수 있습니다. 고맙습니다.
And we'll get a hopefully some good luck on getting her on the Mystic Banner. Anyway, hopefully you're filled in on all the big stuff coming to Epic 7. I'm on Neptune. It's been a good one. Nep out.